The ruler of a small peaceful kingdom or a high-ranking advisor in a large powerful empire.
Oh, that's a good one. One sounds like the right answer, right? It sounds like the right answer. But one day somebody could show up and f your up. But number two just sounds stressful all the time. And you're just a cog in the wheel. So basically, do you want to be a VP of a Fortune 500? Or do you want to own your own regional, like, very successful construction business? I'm choosing number one. It's close. It's actually really close. You already are number one. I'm the ruler of a small, peaceful kingdom. First off, one. The ruler, no, not that ain't true. Small, peaceful, no, absolutely not. This place is hellacious and a war-torn country at this point. Three, a kingdom? This is more like a nursing home. And before anyone says it's not a nursing home, we're all a bunch of old fucks in this chat. I know you guys. I get demographics of all of you.
Be a famous actor or actress in critically acclaimed movies or a best-selling author.
Is this like the fake best-selling where, like, you know, like they have the random title? You know what I mean? And that random title where, like, best-selling and like they've sold like 10 copies. Or is it like a real best-selling author? Because if you could be a real best-selling author and make a ton of money, but also kind of remain anonymous, that sounds awesome. Famous actor or actresses, I'm being real with you. Unless you're like the top of the top, is really not that lucrative, I don't think. I actually saw a TikTok like a week ago of some girl who she's an actress and she's like made like 5 million over the last 5 years. And was talking about how it's actually not that much because
His Royal Majesty, Flats, God King of Overwatch.
Because
Bo plebeians.
10% goes to her agency, 10% goes to her manager, 5% goes to like publicist, and then she's also foreign, so she gets taxed 30% right out the gate for foreign taxes. So she's starting off with 60% of the 5 million, and then of that is spread out over 5 years, and then she also has to pay for travel and like all this other stuff. And so she was making like, she said she made like 120,000 or 30,000 a year, which is still really good, but there's a lot of other miscellaneous charges that go in, so it's not like as crazy as people believe it is, if that makes sense. Is that girl in the Queen show? I don't remember where it was from. If someone has a link to it, I'd totally watch it really fast, but unless you're like the top, I don't think it's that great. So I would actually choose best-selling author if I could like remain anonymous and actually make bank. But everyone wants the fame, everyone wants the attention, so I'm not that surprised it's that.
Have the power to create illusions or the power to read minds.
Honestly, I don't want to know. I don't think I want to read minds. Reading minds is spooky, dude. Dude, you know how like scary that would be? Like, imagine someone like you know and you talk to. Oh, is this it?
Okay, look, this is fair. So generally speaking, SAG minimum for a series regular on a network show is 20 grand per episode. So say I did 78 episodes on Rain. That pairs out to $1.56 million for 4 years of work, right? Right. So take, like, assuming that I've made $5 million in my entire career since I started working at 16. Here is how that breaks down. 10% goes to my agent, 10% goes to my manager, 5% goes to my lawyer, 5% goes to my business manager, and then I get taxed a further 30% because I am a foreign national working in the US. So I lose 60% right off the bat, which leaves me with about 2.2 million over the last 14 years, which if you average it out comes down to $178,000-ish a year, which would be fine. Good wage, except that I have to pay rent in major cities, sometimes in 2 cities at once. I have to pay a publicist, which is usually $2,000 to $3,000 a month. When I've had social media teams, that's been around $2 grand a month. Stylists run anywhere from $700 to $1,500 an outfit, and hair and makeup is about $1,000.
Yeah, that was the one I saw. Yeah, so that's probably why I would not choose the actor or actress one, because unless you're like A-list top level celebrity, you're probably actually not that crazy well off. So sometimes misconception, I guess, and I've made that misconception as well. I'm not pretending I'm not part of it, but definitely as an independent contractor, 1099.
But you will always be my go-to rectangle man.
Thanks, gaming. Appreciate the 13 months. As an independent contractor, solo, 1099 employee or employed contractor, I guess, I understand how bad those taxes can end up being, and having to pay people. Like, I have an agency and stuff like that, and like, so like it adds up pretty quickly, so I'm not that surprised. Okay, I would probably choose illusions though. Illusions would be OP. Yeah, because you also don't have on there is like security. Like, if she has like stalkers and like, security is probably really expensive.
Live in a world where everyone has superpowers, or a world where magic is real and everyone can use it.
Basically, do you want to live in My Hero Academia or fantasy isekai? Well, if you've ever seen MHA, it's kind of a show, and most people shouldn't be trusted with. So I would choose number 2.
Be able to teleport but only to places you've been before, or be able to fly but only at the speed of a bicycle.
Wait, that's awesome. Okay, this would kind of be OP though, because like theoretically, if how much would it cost? It would cost a lot of money. Let's say it would cost $50,000. If you took $50,000 and basically traveled to every city, every major city in the US, and then you could probably expand that and go to Europe as well, you could basically make that money back by starting a service where you could instantly transport people where they want. Like, you could basically go to the billionaire class, like you're talking your Elon Musk's, your Bill Gates, and say, hey, I can take you at any time to any major city you need to be in instantly. And that would probably be something to them that would be worth hundreds of thousands, if not more, per trip, depending on what kind of like an agency it is. Like, let's say Bill Gates needs to be in a meeting in 10 minutes and it's halfway across the country. He picks up the phone, calls you, you instantly teleport to his house, grab his hand, instantly teleport to whatever city. They hop in a Uber Black and they're there in 5 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of could be insane, and then you could remake the money back so you could travel to more cities, and then you could expand that and you could pretty much teleport anywhere on the globe. I think that is easily the OP ability. That's also really good too, because let's say a certain very powerful, power-hungry government is like, hey, let's take advantage of this guy. You just go poop and just disappear.
Be able to turn back.
If you're flying as fast as a bicycle, you're getting shot down. Like,
time by 1 minute once a day, or have a one-time use get out of jail free card for any mistake.
this is a good one. I like this one. One is OP as f. Is it OP though? You could win big in roulette. Oh, there would be actually things you could do. Yeah, you're right. Number one is actually way better.
Live in a world where music doesn't exist, or a world without movies.
So does that mean TV still is a thing? TV still fine? Anime still fine? Just no movies? If that is still a thing, easy number 2. If that isn't a thing, then probably number 1. No. That would be all music. Yeah, number 2. Easy. Like, I don't listen to a ton of music, but like, it's definitely, it's like in all the media I watch, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, so it's important.
Have the power to turn invisible, or the power to phase through solid object.
You guys are all saying 2. I feel like 1's better, no? I guess it depends. Does your clothes turn invis too? Yeah, that'd be kind of annoying. You could get a little cold, you know what I mean? Like if you're trying to use your invisibility powers, it gets a little bit cold. You know, if it's a windy day. I live in Massachusetts, so, you know, it can get cold here, you know what I mean? Like, nothing worse if you had your bare ass cheeks out, you know what I mean? It's 13 degrees outside. Shrinkage problem? You wouldn't have to worry about that. You're invisible, my guy. Don't sweat it, dude. I would probably choose number 1.
Have
really
a
think it's 2
photographic
4
memory,
months.
or be able to forget anything at will.
Ooh.
Howdy everyone.
That's an interesting one. I already can do number 2 pretty well. I play Overwatch. I had to forget the previous game I played. Probably 1. I'd probably want the photographic memory. Dude, that'd be OP. Photographic memory goes hard. You already have that memory? You already have a photographic memory? What was the color of the towel behind me? Nah, you're taking too long. You're checking the VOD. It's taking too long. I don't believe it anymore. It took too long. It took way too long to answer. And it took way too long not letting you check the VOD. Okay, let's keep going. I would choose number 1.
Have the ability to stop time for 10 seconds every day, or the ability to slow down time for 1 minute every day.
I thought it was a hoodie. I'm not gonna lie, I can't blame them. They didn't answer. They never answered. So they would either they were checking the VOD or they just left. So I don't know. I feel like 10 seconds is better. Because I feel like slowed, I don't know. I guess it depends on how everybody around you is also manipulated. Like how are they affected? I'd probably choose number 1.
Live in a world where everyone can fly, or a world where everyone can teleport.
Probably number 1. Number 2 would be awful. Imagine people teleporting into your house and you can't do anything about it. Like you're just sleeping there and someone teleports and goes, and then they teleport away. It's like, what do you, like, how the do you deal with that? Like you have no, who the just teleported into your bedroom? Like you have no clue. Like, you know what I mean? Like nah. Or your shower? Nah, dude, nah. Flying at least can be regulated. We have AA guns.
Have the power to control the weather, or the power to control emotions of people.
Wait, we already did this, didn't we? Oh no, it was different. This was it was all technology before, wasn't it, right? 2 is legitimately evil. I'm probably gonna go with number 1 again. I went with number 1 before, I'm going with it again.
Have a personal chef who can cook any meal you desire, or a personal driver who can take you anywhere you want.
Number 1. I like driving. I actually like driving a good amount, so number 1, not even close. Number 1 clears. Easy clears.
Be able to see the future but not change it, or change the past but not know the outcome.
I guess you could just kind of keep guessing about the second one. Like if it didn't work out, just change it again. Just change it, just keep changing it over and over and over. But number 1 would also kind of suck, but also be kind of good. Like it depends on what future you can see. Like, can you see like certain things? Like, could you see like economic things? Could you see like a lottery? Could you see like sports gambling? Yeah. There's a lot of things I feel like you could there's benefits to number 1 that you could get. Number 2 is just kind of risky. So number 1. Well, I think I've noticed there's a trend. If you choose the opposite as most of them, unless it's extremely easy, you typically chose the better answer.
Be immune to all diseases, or have the ability to heal others from any ailment.
I feel like you gotta go with number 2. Because if you chose number 1 and then like your mom got cancer, you would lose your mind. Like you would literally like tear yourself apart. But at least with the number 2, you could just like do a lot of good for people. And if it happens to you, then so be it. I swear, if you choose the opposite of what most people will pick, it's the better answer.
Have the ability to switch bodies with anyone for a day, or have the ability to make anyone do anything for 1 hour.
I hate both of these. These both suck. Probably number 2.
Have the power to create force fields, or the power to manipulate energy.
Any astrophysicists in the chat? I feel like number 2 is insane. Force field is energy. Exactly. So like you could do other things then than just make force fields, right?
Be able to move objects with your mind, or control the elements, earth, water, fire, air.
So telekinesis or the avatar? Do you get the avatar state too? Because that sounds awesome. I feel like the avatar is the way to go. I'm choosing the avatar. I'm in. Okay.
Be able to bring one fictional character to life, or visit any fictional world.
I would choose this one. It's not even close. Dude, you could just go live in like Pokemon. Just go live in the Pokemon world. That sounds awesome. They've like, nope, they have like free healthcare. Like money's not really a big problem. Everyone has food. Go catch some Pokemon. You could do tons of crazy cool, you know? and then you could just come back. Like, imagine going to another world, capturing yourself some Pokemon, and then come back to the real world. That'd be insane.
Be able to create a perfect virtual reality, or be able to explore outer space freely.
Wait, someone said go live in a Fallout game? What's wrong with you? Why would you want that? Wait, be able to create a perfect virtual reality, or be able to explore outer space freely? I mean, I guess it depends on what this means. Like, can you just go from planet to planet, like, no problem? Because then we don't even know what's out there. This is just, like, confined to your own reality. This is, like, expanding it. So number 2. Space blows, number 1.
Have the ability to change your size at will, or the ability to change your age at will.
Number 2, you could live forever. And if you get sick of it, you just turn it to like 200. Just that's it. GG. Like, you could literally theoretically live forever if you wanted. If you got sick of it, you're just like, whatever.
Subscribe, or never see me again.
Stop typing 2. Hey, you guys.